We are ready to go here with Nebraska coach Amy Williams. And coach, if you'd like to make an opening statement and then take questions from the media.
Well, I think yesterday in an interview, Brent asked me, did this feel like more like the finish line or the starting line? And it's so crazy, but what a great question. And I think ironically, a little bit of both. But here we are starting off this incredibly crazy season, and we could not be more grateful for the opportunity to be out here. Grateful to Oral Roberts for going through all the steps they needed for us to be able to play this game and get out there tonight. And so just very, very blessed to be back on the court with the Husker group, and some good things tonight and also plenty to work on.
All right, first question we have is from Caleb Henry.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the first win of the year. Typically, the season openers, even in a normal year, take a little bit for the team to get going. And tonight you played a team that already had 2 games under their belt. You had 21 turnovers, but you took over from the second quarter on. How would you describe the game from getting going and then the team really settling in once you got to the second quarter?
Well, Caleb, I think it was a little nerve-wracking, to be honest, just not having, in addition to us playing our first game and our opponent having a couple of games under their belt already, we didn't have that normal scrimmage or exhibition game to kind of really knock some of the rust off. So it was just a little nerve-wracking, and I think in the first quarter, just maybe a little jittery. Obviously, 15 first half turnovers was disappointing, something that we haven't really been showing in practice, but you credit Oral Roberts defensively. I thought they really heated us up. They're a very scrappy bunch, pretty athletic, get their hands on a lot of things, and I thought we settled in, and 6 second half turnovers, even when they were pressing and picking it up and kind of heating us up a little bit more in the second half. I thought we settled in a little bit better there in the second half.
Next question from Derek Peterson, Hail Varsity.
Hey, congrats on the first win to open the season. What are 1 or 2 things that you liked from the performance, and then 1 or 2 things that you'd like to improve on? And I guess since you just talked about turnovers, if there's anything outside of turnovers.
Yeah. Thanks, Derek. Yeah, I think actually the things I like is balanced scoring and 6 players in double figures. I think that's a real positive for us. I think that some energy plays, just hustle plays, diving on the floor, leading to some baskets, grabbing offensive rebounds, leading to second chance points. Those are things I liked, and I think outside of the turnovers, one thing we really talked about was just being consistent and disciplined with our rebounding efforts, particularly defensively, and we knew that this is a team that had 22 offensive rebounds against Oklahoma State a few days ago, and so it's something we really wanted to take care of, and then we gave up 17 more offensive rebounds today. So something that I think, is something that our team is really wanting to embrace getting better at before we get to suit up again.
Next question, Brent Wagner from the Lincoln Journal-Star.
Yeah, Amy, you don't have a lot of returning players, but what did you think your returning players did for you tonight?
Well, it's hard to even put into words what our returning players have meant to this team with just everything that they've done to build up to this. Just the leadership that they've shown, the fight through adversity kind of mentality and attitude, and it's a lot of things that have just led up to it. But in today's game particularly, I thought Izzy and Kate just providing a great presence. We felt like we may have an advantage in the paint, and we really wanted to attack down there, and I thought they did a fantastic job of that and setting the tone really early with post presence and inside. And then you look at Sammy's stat line, she kind of just lulls you to sleep a little bit, but by the end of the game with 14 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds, just finding ways to really contribute for our team in a lot of different ways other than just scoring. So I think that that kind of headlines for me what our returners have really meant to every practice, but also it showed here in our first game tonight.
Next up, we've got a question from Jill Heemstra from Corn Nation.
Coach, congratulations on the win. It was a really fun game to watch. You mentioned the balanced scoring attack and the fact that you had so many players in double figures. Do you anticipate that being something you'll see through the season? Do you expect that balanced of an attack, and what other characteristics of your team do you expect to see throughout the season?
Well, absolutely, we expect to see that balanced attack. It's been that way. We've had to, it's not a secret. We've had to fight through a lot of adversity in our preseason practices, plenty of practices where we've been missing, nearly half of our roster, and so every player has had to step up and play in different positions and do different things and carry the load, and so I think everybody's confident that that they can do that, and that they know that I have to be a piece to contribute to this. So that's something we most definitely will expect, is that kind of balanced attack and balanced scoring throughout this season, and I think the other thing, we'd just like to get more consistent with defense and rebounding, and those are the things we want to hang our hat on. We know that every game we're not going to be able to put up 90 points, but we want to hang our hat with just being better defensively and really taking care of the boards.
Caleb Henry, KLIN.
Coach, you talked a little bit about Izzy and Kate, but they combined for 28 points, 20 rebounds, 9 blocks. What kind of improvements did you see from those two from last season to this season, and how important is that front court going to be for you as the season progresses and you get into Big Ten play?
Yeah, well, I think the biggest thing is they had an incredible amount of time to really devote to skill development, and I talked about this a little bit with Izzy, and before her freshman year, she was playing for Team Australia in the World Championships, and really didn't report to our team until our foreign trip in August, and so last season I think really fit in and picked up our system very well. But didn't have quite as much time as she did this summer to really just work on skill development and gaining confidence with perimeter shooting and going off the dribble and being able to pass and handle it and do a lot of different things. And I think Kate as well, just strength and conditioning and the commitment that they've been able to make, getting in with Stuart Hart and working hard with our strength and conditioning coach. And I think they've really modeled for the rest of our team what work looks like, but now you can see some of that work paying off for them.
Next question, Derek Peterson, Hale Varsity.
Hey, Ashley was the only lady who didn't score for you tonight, but it looked like when she was on the floor, she had real confidence, real kind of control over everything. Do you expect her to kind of be sort of a calming presence for you on the court as you move forward?
She does have that kind of calm kind of personality, and she is very confident, and she earns that confidence because she is a gym rat. Like, she lives in the gym, and it's kind of ironic that she would be over 7 tonight, and that just tells you, I mean, that's sport, and that just goes to show you, I think, she really works hard at it, and we're very confident that she'll be one of our best scorers and best perimeter shooters. Tonight she was 0 for 7, but she found a way to continue to contribute for our team and be a solid and steady presence, and so I think that I would be stunned if she spent very many games going 0 for 7, but I will also say that she can handle the ball, control the tempo, run things, be solid defensively, find a way to continue to rebound and things. Then we'll take it.
Finally, we will go with Brent Wagner from the Lincoln Journal-Star.
Yeah, Amy, I guess kind of walk me through the day. When did you find out that all the COVID stuff was clear for both teams and you were going to be able to play? And what was your feeling then when you got the word that everything was good?
Yeah, Brent, it really kind of was in 2 steps. I mean, the day before tests, I got a text last night at about 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the evening that everything was clear from yesterday, the day before tests, and then today that same text came through. I mean, we knew that Oral Roberts' team was cleared by about 11:30. And then, the last hurdle was just, our team testing, which we found out right before shoot around there at 1 o'clock. So it's kind of crazy to have things kind of coming down to that. But I think at this point, our team is really at peace with just controlling what we can control, and some of that stuff we just can't. And so, it is what it is, and we're adjusting well, I think.
Okay, that will do it. We will have Izzy born up in one moment.